This is Dakota News Now, your first alert station.
Good morning, I'm Baylee Peterson.
And I'm Elle Dickau. We have a lot planned for you this Monday morning on Dakota News Now at 9, including some interactive interviews.
We're going to have some guided painting this morning, as well as an intense competition between Elle and I a little bit later in the show. But first, let's get into some trending topics this morning.
Let's start off with our favorite, Taylor Swift, who topped the weekend box office again. The Eras Tour, the movie, raked in more than $31 million in its second weekend in theaters. It beat out Martin Scorsese's Killer of the Flower Moon, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, which took in an estimated $23 million. Now, total ticket sales for the Eras Tour movie have topped $120 million. For Scale, the singer self-produced it for only a total cost of $15 million.
She's on fire.
She's made her money back.
Yeah.
She has not had to worry about that. Not that I'm sure that's her biggest concern anymore, but
yeah, she's on fire.
Yeah,
that's all I can say. Really.
She is a businesswoman. I'll say it time and time again. She knows what she's doing. So.
Well, astronomers have detected a mysterious blast of radio waves that took 8 billion years to reach Earth. The fast radio burst is an intense millisecond-long burst of radio waves with unknown origins. This is one of the most distant and energetic ever observed. The first was discovered in 2007. Scientists believe that these bursts could be used to weigh the universe by measuring the matter between galaxies that remain unaccounted for.
I'm going to be honest with you. Space scares me.
That's what I'm saying.
Too big.
Like,
it's too big.
The origins are unknown.
There's things we don't know about. I am afraid of the unknown.
Oh, I
and that
love
is a lot
it.
of fun.
I will like sit and watch documentaries about space
I mean,
and
it's
like
very
galaxies.
cool, but like
so
when I
cool.
think about the vastness of it, existential crisis immediately.
Well, the origins are unknown. That part's crazy to me. I'm like, where are these coming from? Like, where were they sent from? You know?
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Let's move over to something we do know, and that is Jason Kelce, the Philadelphia Eagles, who has become kind of a songbird ahead of the album drop today. Chanel Jones sat down with the players to talk about the surprise hit of their first album and their hopes for how this second album will be received. Now, the singers in here are Jason Kelce, Lane Johnson, and Jason Matala, who have been hard at work putting together holiday music for their second charity Christmas album, a Philly Special Christmas Special. Together, with help from the fans, last year's record raised $1.25 million for local Philadelphia charities. Pre-order for this year's album begins on November 3rd. I would be so interested to listen to that.
They look like they're having a great time, by the way. Just
look
at them. They love it.
I think that's the best part, is they are not taking it too, I mean, it's a great cause. It's a serious cause, but they're having fun with it.
Exactly, as they should.
Aaron, what do you think about singing Kelce's?
I mean, I don't have a problem with singing Kelce's. I mean, I'm probably not going to listen to it because it's Christmas music and it's not even Halloween, but...
You're not a fan of Christmas music, or just not?
There's 2 holidays until Christmas.
It is a little soon.
We're in the middle of spooky season, and then we have food season,
Yeah.
and then it's Christmas.
Well, it's always food season if you live your life right.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but Thanksgiving is
the food
season.
Oh, I'm so excited.
There you go.
Hey, let's go ahead and talk about a little bit of weather here. If you're getting ready to start your day, we're dealing with a lot of sunshine out there, and that's going to be basically par for the course here through the rest of today. You can see on the satellite and the radar that there's a lot of clear sky around the region right now. There's no rain here. We did have some rain that fell during the overnight hours yesterday evening, but that is long gone. We still have some 30s out there. It's still 38 in Mobridge and Valentine, 37 in Phillip, but most of us are in the 40s, and we're still hanging on to 50 in Sioux Falls and in Spencer, Iowa. Wind rolling in and out of the southeast still at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And we will see the wind switch around to the north and northeast later on today, but highs are still going to be in the upper 60s and low 70s. Going to be an absolutely gorgeous day, but don't get used to it, Baylee and Elle, because we're talking about cooler weather, wetter weather, maybe a couple of flakes, highs in the 30s. A lot to talk about here on that first alert forecast.
And something we're really stressing throughout the morning show, and then again, is that it's not accumulating snow.
Not accumulating snow. You're going to see like 6 snowflakes. That's it.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. Don't get too scared.
If you blink, you'll miss it.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well, we also want to talk a little bit of some of our headlines coming out at the weekend this morning.
Yeah. Sarah Parkin joins us with the latest. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Baylee and Elle. We're still learning more about a shooting in Lincoln County. It happened Saturday afternoon near Canton. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office received a call around 4:45 for reports of shots being fired. Details remain limited at this time because the investigation is still active. A deputy has confirmed with Dakota News Now that an arrest was made and there are no outstanding suspects. A house was severely damaged in a fire last week in northwest Iowa. It happened Thursday morning just southwest of Haywarden. The cause of the blaze has not been determined. Authorities say it appears to be an electrical issue. Multiple fire departments responded to the call on 306th Street. There were no reports of any injuries. However, authorities tell us several pets did not survive. We are learning more about the future of carbon capture pipelines in the state of South Dakota. This comes after Navigator CO2, the applicant of the Heartland Greenway pipeline, announced on Friday that project will not be moving forward. Navigator's application was denied by the South Dakota PUC in September, citing landowner concerns and a lack of specifics of the pipeline. Within hours of the announcement, the second CO2 pipeline company looking to build in the state issued a statement. Summit Carbon Solutions says they remain committed to their project in the state and are now reaching out to any ethanol plants affected by the change. Baylee, back to you.
Sarah, thank you. The Sioux Falls community is filled with opportunities to spark your creative side. This morning, we're joined by Jackie Kraus with the JK Gallery here in Sioux Falls. She's going to discuss her art studio and some upcoming paint classes she has going on.
I do. Yes, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Exciting.
Tell us a little bit about some of these classes you have coming up.
Okay, so we're doing a class tonight over with Remedy for SEPSA, the Sioux Empire Sports, Sioux Empire Pride Sports Association.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we have a class tonight and we have a class tomorrow. And it's from 6 to 8:30 at Remedy. So we'll be doing some painting similar to a little bit what we're going to do, although we won't have time to do a whole painting. But we're going to do something like that. We'll have 2.5 hours. We'll have time for there to be drying. So everyone will go home with a painting, which is really exciting.
Yeah. Should we get started then? And we
yes,
can kind of
let's
get into
do
some more
this.
questions. All right.
Okay, so you're going to have to stoop a little low. I'm sorry about that.
Fine.
But okay, so we're going to start with palette knife painting. So you are going to just take this.
Okay.
I'll give you that. And I'll take mine.
Got to be careful not to spill.
Oh yeah, I put a little drop cloth down, but so we
right.
just kind of scoop it.
Okay.
And then you're just going to spread it on here, almost like you're battering a cake.
Man.
And you can make it like any kind of shape or form that you want to. Palette knife painting is a lot of fun. And there's brushwork you can do with it. The fun part about palette knife painting is that you can actually create a really heavy texture and shapes underneath the color that you're going to lay over the top.
Interesting. Yeah, this is, I mean, because it's more abstract, right? That's kind of what you tend to lean towards,
yes,
is abstract
I do
art.
majority abstract, that is correct. So in fact, the classes we're doing is going to be abstract painting as well. And we're going to use palette knife also.
And I think painting is just such a great hobby. Like I paint, I know I have an easel, I have a whole setup at home. I like just going outside, painting like out of my balcony or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think, combining it with Remedy is so fun because you can have a drink and you can also paint. And I think it's a great social event for people, right?
It truly is, yes.
Yeah, what's the turnout typically like for these classes?
Well, we can hold up to 20 per class.
Okay.
And right now, I think for tonight's class, I think we're about a little over half full, but there's still room for tonight's class and for tomorrow night as well.
Okay.
So
how do people sign up if they're interested?
So you could go online to the Remedy or to the Sports Association, the Pride Sports Association website, and it's on there too. So, and I also brought a little poster with too, if we can show that.
Yeah, sure.
Yep, and then there's a little square, you can click on your phone and then you can go to the website just there. So.
Yeah, and we can link all that. We'll probably have a story up on Dakota News Now as well, so if anyone wants to go there, I'll link all that for them.
Oh, that's great.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, so should we do another
now,
step, or what do you guys typically
okay,
next?
so here's what you do now. Normally, we would take a little break and let it dry, but you don't have to. So we're going to take another color here, and we're going to put it on a different palette here. And so this is like a deep, shiny purple.
fun.
And you could use the same palette knife, or you can pick a different one if you want.
I'll just use the same one and
Okay.
mix them a little bit.
And yeah, so as you brush it on there, it will blend.
This is so fun. I love painting. I just think it's so great for people to like. It's such a great event, and then mix it with, you know, Remedy's great atmosphere. So
Oh, it is wonderful
it'll
there.
be a great event for sure. Tell us a little bit about your
Absolutely.
gallery, I guess. Kind of.
Yeah,
What started
so,
that for you?
It's coming up on 12 years now. I opened up a studio at 8th and Railroad, which is also where Remedy is at. And the nice thing about being there is there's a lot of artists there, local artists, and there's so many great artists here. And what is nice about it is that you get to know the other artists, and like I'm right next to Brad Kringen, who's a well-known artist here in town and a good friend, and we get to collaborate and, you know, talk together about different techniques and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, and I think the Sioux Falls community just has such a great art, you know, community in general,
we
and
do.
there's a lot of great
We are
places to
so
check out.
fortunate, and it's not just the painting. There's, you know, our theatrical arts and everything. And yeah, for a time I was on the board for the Sioux Park Community Theater, which is now the Playhouse. But it is, yeah, I just love all of the arts.
Awesome.
So, and then also over at the Frank Building, we have a gallery over there, and there's like 4 of us are over there now showing, and that's between our wine bar and Queen City Bakery. So there's paintings, original art all over the walls, and also in the glass enclosure on the stone walls
Very
where
cool.
the art looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, a lot of great things, a lot of great opportunities to get involved in art here.
Yeah.
Make sure you sign up for these classes. I think they're going to be really great.
They are.
Yeah, thank you for being here, Jackie.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
thank you for having me.
Well, stick around. Still to come this morning, a spooky story as we count down the days to Halloween. Aaron?
And it looks like we're going to have a pretty chilly Halloween on tap. We're going to take a look at that in your first alert forecast.
Also ahead, we have an interview guest coming in to talk about the Chase the Queen fundraiser coming up. You're watching Dakota News Now at 9 a.m.
Dakota News Now at 4. News when you want it.
Well, you know, even from a couple of days ago, it became pretty obvious that today was going to be very active with those severe storms. They have developed. The problem
Mom
is
said that the Dakota News Now weather team helps to keep us safe.
include large hail and damaging wind.
And when we heard the first alert warning from Phil Schreck, she said that we need to go downstairs to our safe place. Because sometimes when you hear the siren, it's too late. Dakota News Now, weather when you want it.
Welcome back. Of course, we have to bring you a spooky story as we count down the days to Halloween.
A local family got national attention for their spectacular Halloween display. Take a look at this.
Welcome to Lehman Manor. As seconds tick by, the goblins, ghouls, and ghosts of Lehman Manor in West Chicago are getting ready to greet you this Halloween.
This is by far our biggest, so very excited to see what people think.
This elaborate and bone-chilling house haunt is the brainchild of 17-year-old Miles McCabe. For Miles and his family, Halloween starts in July as they begin setting up.
It's our whole life. The whole year is Halloween here because just every day we're either planning, building, or moving stuff to different places, all for this holiday.
Miles's home is packed with over 150 sophisticated and utterly horrifying animatronics.
So we get about 8 hours of footage for every section, and we can look through all that, see a ton of crazy scares.
And now in its 8th year, Lehman Manor has welcomed thousands of people from across the state and around the country. Some waiting in line for hours just for the terrifying thrill.
And we want to actually bring this to a professional level so we can continue doing this for everyone.
As you get in the Halloween spirit, Lehman Manor is ready to welcome you, if you dare. In West Chicago, Christian Picos, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
I guess if you're going to do it all out, right?
Go big.
Go big or go home.
And the best part of showing it is that we can watch and not have to actually put in the work to do that. We can just watch the aftermath.
We can enjoy it.
We didn't have to do any of the work to set it up.
Yeah.
We could just enjoy it from here. We don't have to travel to do it. That's great.
Yes, this is the ultimate way to enjoy.
Yeah, right? Hey, let's go ahead and talk. If you do actually want to get outside, though, here today, it's going to be your last really nice day to do something like that. We're talking about a lot of sunshine today. and temperatures are going to be in, like, say, the 60s and 70s. Now, as we head into the middle of this upcoming week, we're going to be seeing increasing chances for some rain, especially as we head into Thursday. After that, Friday morning, maybe a couple of flurries. I want to stress just a few flurries, and then we're going to see some much colder air move in. Highs are going to be, say, in the 60s and 70s today, but it looks like by the end of this week, we're going to be lucky to have upper 30s for high temperatures. Not the case today. We're going to have a lot of sunshine, and that means that we're going to be warming up very quickly. Now, we're still sitting at about 50 here in Sioux Falls. Southeast wind at 7, still feeling like it is 50 degrees. Aberdeen, we're still on the cool side, 42 degrees, but the wind has kind of eased up a little bit, so it doesn't feel like the upper 30s anymore. It still feels like 42. And out in Pierre, 40 degrees, but the wind has already shifted around to the northwest out in Pierre. That does make it feel like it is 37, so a little on the cool side out there in the capital, but with that sunshine, we're going to be warming up very well here today. Here in Sioux Falls, we're going to keep that wind coming in out of the southeast through most of today. I think we'll get up to about 71 for a high. You can see average high is 57, so we're going to be about 14 degrees above average today. Aberdeen, not as warm. We'll get up to 68 here this afternoon. We'll see a little bit more cloud cover roll in later on this afternoon and this evening, and the wind also switching around to the northwest for you. And here we already saw that wind make that shift, so we're going to get up to 57 by noon, and I still think we get up to 69 today out there in the capital. So current temperatures, we're in the 40s and 50s here across the tri-state area. 48 Lamar's, Cherokee, Worthington, Slayton, 46 Laverne, 46 in T. Vermilion a little cooler at 42 degrees. We're at 48 Brookings, 46 in Watertown, 47 in Sisseton, and still 38 degrees down in Valentine. Wind, not too bad, still about 5 to 10 miles per hour, but you can see already out in Pierre that wind has made the switch. We're going to see this wind switch here from west to east across the region. We're also going to see clouds increase from west to east as well. Here's as we head through this afternoon and this evening. By tomorrow morning, we could be dealing with a few showers up in northern parts of the region up around Mobridge. Maybe a little bit of rain rolling through Brookings, Marshall, Sioux Falls, Yankton, Sioux Center late tomorrow morning, early tomorrow afternoon before that clears out of here. I think Futurecast is underdoing the potential for rain in northwestern Iowa tomorrow. I think we could see a few sprinkles and showers southeast of Sioux Falls. Otherwise, we're just going to be dealing with cloud cover here as we head into Wednesday. Slight chance of a shower then. And then we also bring in a slightly better chance for some rain here as we head into Thursday. You can check that out on the 10 days. 71 today. Temperatures the next couple of days still going to be pretty nice. 66 on Tuesday, 60 on Wednesday, 57 on Thursday, a little cooler. That's also our best chance of rain. And like I said, if we see some of that linger into Thursday night and Friday morning, maybe a couple of snowflakes mixed in there. High of 44 on Friday. We'll stay in the 40s Saturday before we drop down into the mid to upper 30s for highs Sunday, Monday, and on Halloween with trick-or-treat time temperatures probably down in the 20s. Details on that on our First Alert weather app. Make sure you stick around, though. We have more for you right after the break.
Catch Dakota News Now at 9 on Fox Sioux Falls. It's news when you want it.
Dakota News Now at 9 has your first look at local and national headlines of the night. Breaking news without the wait. Tomorrow's First Alert forecast on your schedule. Sports highlights 1 hour earlier. Dakota News Now. News when you want it.
Well, welcome back to Dakota News Now at 9. The Ronald McDonald House has teamed up with Dakota Dachshund Rescue for their Find the Queen of Hearts fundraiser. I am joined now in studio by representatives of both the Ronald McDonald House charities as well as Dakota Dachshund Rescue to learn a little bit more. Hi guys, thank you so much for coming in and for bringing Sweet Kona in as well.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Find the Queen of Hearts fundraiser?
The Find the Queen of Hearts, we're going into week number 35. This has been going on since February 21st. We started last Wednesday with $109,177. We're now up to $115,000 for tomorrow night's drawing. And we got another 24 hours to go. So somebody is gonna, if somebody can find the Queen of Hearts, they're going to win over $55,000.
Well, I wouldn't say no to that amount of money for sure. Can you tell us a little bit about how this collaboration works and how the fundraiser, where those funds will go?
Sure. 50% of the jackpot is going to go to the person who finds Queen of the Heart. The other 50% is going to be split between Dakota Dachshund Rescue and the Ronald McDonald House. So at this point, each charity has over $25,000, and that's substantial.
Yes,
it's a good chunk of money, and for the Ronald McDonald House, that means over 400 family night stays for families who have a sick or injured child in the hospital, and we keep them close and keep them together.
And could you tell us what that kind of money means for Dakota Dachshund Rescue?
My goodness, last year we spent $122,000 in medical bills because all of the dogs that we get in, we vet, we do full dental, we sometimes spend a lot of money on the dogs. So that would represent 20% of our annual medical budget, which is huge for us, because we're a small foster-based local charity.
So I think we've established that this money is going towards a good cause. Now, how could somebody get involved to try to find that queen and win a good chunk of change? And how about some good charities?
Yeah, well, here's a couple of ways. We have online ticket sales that happen Wednesdays through Tuesday at 2 p.m. And if you go to the Ronald McDonald House website and click on events, you can click on Find the Queen of Hearts, and that'll take you out to buy tickets. You can also buy tickets in person at JJ's, JJ's Wine, Spirits, and Cigars until 6:45 Tuesdays. And then we get ready for the drawing. The drawing's at 7-Eleven.
All right.
Every Tuesday until that Queen of Hearts is found.
And we're, I mean, it's been going on for so long. The anticipation has built up. So you want to get your tickets before it's too late. And it sounds like Kona's really, she wants the money for herself.
Well, last week we had our best week ever. We had, we increased the jackpot by $20,000. Wow. And this week's looking like it's going to be another stellar week as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys both for coming in, and you'll want to go in and get your tickets for a chance to win a good chunk of change and help out some great charities. Kona wants that money. Well, stick ahead, still ahead this morning, an intense competition you won't want to miss as Elle and Baylee go head to head.
Make Dakota News Now part of your morning routine. Eric Thorstensen and Elle Dickau give you the latest headlines and breaking news you need before you walk out the door. And Aaron Doudna has your first alert forecast so you can plan for the day, and several days in advance with our 10-day forecast. Get up-to-the-minute news and weather and start your day with a little fun. Every weekday morning from 5 to 7 on Dakota News Now.
Welcome back to Dakota News Now at 9 a.m. I'm Baylee Peterson.
And I'm Elle Dickau. Thanks for joining us. We still have a lot to cover this second half hour, including a very intense tailgating competition.
As well as some top stories this morning. But first, let's get into some trending topics.
Let's start off with the fact that today is October 23rd, which means it's National iPod Day. It was on this day in 2001 that the original iPod was unveiled by Steve Jobs. It changed the way we listen to music and paved the way for Apple's next major innovation, which was, of course, the iPhone. The first iPods that went on sale came with a price tag of $399. Now, Apple discontinued the standalone iPod last year after selling more than 450 million units.
Oh, wow.
Contrary to what Thor believes, this was not evolutionized to the AirPods. He was a little confused about it.
My
We
goodness.
got it all straightened out, but
glad we helped him through that.
Yeah, it's important to teach those who don't know.
We have come very far, though. I mean, it's crazy how the iPhone just keeps growing. But my big pet peeve, though, with the iPhone is that we still can't, look at our phone while it's so sunny out, and I don't get why we haven't invented
the glare.
The glare, and your phone will shut down if it gets too hot.
Yes.
And I don't know. I could go without some of the updates if we could just do that.
Yeah, Call them.
I know,
They'll
right?
fix it for you.
Write an email or something. Well, Adele is giving her fans something to sing about. She announced that she is extending her Las Vegas residency one last time. Adele made the announcement on social media Friday, writing the shows changed her life and were a, quote, extraordinary restorative experience that she'll never forget. Tickets go on sale on Thursday. This marks the second time that Adele extended her residency, which began last November. Are you an Adele fan?
I have nothing but respect for Adele, and having lived in Vegas, those residencies are just out of this world. I mean, a show in Vegas is unlike a show anywhere else. So.
Yeah, I just love her singing. I think she can just belt it out, and I love trying to cover her songs, but oh my gosh.
Well, one lucky shelter dog in Nebraska will soon be living the rock star life. He's named Bret Michaels, and it's only fitting that he's being adopted by the superstar himself. Bret Michaels, the husky, gained media attention after it saved the life of a 4-week-old kitten with a blood transfusion at the Nebraska Humane Society. But it turns out that Bret Michaels, the singer, got wind of the story and reached out to the Nebraska Humane Society for more information about the dog, and the rest is history. However, NHS says that the Poison frontman won't be getting the full rock star treatment and has to still go through the whole adoption process. Until then, his canine namesake is enjoying his life at a foster home. As far as Thorn the kitten, the NHS says he's doing well and will be up for adoption in a few weeks. What a rags to riches story, that dog.
I know, you would just want to adopt them too.
Oh yeah, and he's a Superman. He saved the kitty's life.
Cute.
Oh, so cute.
Well, this weekend was the last for Sioux Falls business along West 11th Street Mercados, packing up shop and moving out of the shopping plaza in the Pettigrew Heights neighborhood.
Sarah Parkin joins us from live from the First Alert Now desk to tell us a little bit more. Over to you, Sarah.
Morning, Baylee and Elle. This comes after we told you last Thursday the block had been purchased by new owners. Much of what the future holds for the development remains unknown. Tenants could meet with the new owner this week. You can find more on this story on your app and website. Just search Mercados. After opening a location in Brandon last month, Quick Star's first store in Sioux Falls is now open. It's located on 57th Street, just west of Sycamore Avenue. According to SiouxFalls.business, it'll be open 24 hours a day and includes pumps that allow 15 to 20 people to fuel up at the same time. In the coming weeks, openings in the chain will continue with its first store in Harrisburg in 2 weeks, followed by a store on North Cliff Avenue 2 weeks after that. Stores at 41st Street and Grand Slam Avenue are scheduled for December. As we head farther into October, fall sports are nearing their conclusion. On Saturday, kids from all across Sioux Falls played in a season-ending soccer tournament. Sanford Crossing was the location for the second annual Festival of Champions through neighborhood soccer. Hundreds of kids participated. The Neighborhood Soccer League, which is free for Sioux Falls kids, will return again in the spring. We are about 1 week out from Halloween festivities. There are 2 main events coming up this weekend in downtown Sioux Falls. First, the Zombie Walk is set for Saturday. Cost is $5 for ages 13 and up. The parade through downtown begins at 4. Then on Sunday, downtown Sioux Falls is holding its annual Trick or Treat event. Businesses will be handing out treats for the kiddos from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Back to you guys.
If you want to learn more about the downtown Sioux Falls trick-or-treating, you'll want to stay tuned this week on Dakota News Now at 9. You can learn a little bit more about that event.
Yeah, and there's a lot of great events going on this weekend. So how's the weather looking, I guess?
It could be better.
Oh, great. So
I mean, we're not going to be dealing with any like rain or precip or anything. It's just going to be a lot cooler. We're talking about highs in the 30s and 40s by then, so you're going to have to make sure that you're bundled up. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what's going on right now today, because that's kind of what I want to focus on. We're looking at just some gorgeous weather here across the region. We're still a little cool. 40 Pierre, 42 Aberdeen, 45 in Yankton, and 50 in Sioux Falls. We're still sitting at 45 in Mitchell and 47 degrees in Marshall, but you know, there's so much sunshine on the Avera Skycam network that we are going to be warming up very well here as we head through the rest of today. You can see on a zoom in here to the tri-state area that we still have a lot of mid to upper 40s and low 50s here around the region. 51 still in Hartford, 46 though in Watertown and Ortonville, 44 in Mobridge, 38 Valentine, and 37 a little chilly out there in Phillip. So the next big thing that we're talking about is this system that's going to be impacting us here for the middle and end of this week, and also bringing us some much colder weather. You can see on Futurecast Tuesday afternoon, probably rain Sioux Falls south and east. We'll get a little bit of a break from that Tuesday night into Wednesday. And then we'll start to see more rain develop as we head through Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday night, and then there's more rain coming up on Thursday into Thursday night. Now by Friday morning, if we still have some precip around the region, we may see a few snowflakes mix in there, but we are not looking at any sort of accumulating snow. Heaviest rainfall amounts not going to be to the west. They're going to be in the southeastern part of the region where we could see 1 to 2 inches of rain. But look at this tight gradient here. It all depends on where the rain sets up. Right now we're thinking Sioux Falls, maybe about a ½ inch of rain, but down in Sioux Center, maybe closer to 2 inches of rain. So that's a very sharp gradient there, and we're going to be keeping you updated on that here as we head through the rest of this week. No rain today. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Get out and enjoy it. We're going to hit 71, Mitchell 75 today for Yankton and Spencer. A pretty nice 69 in Worthington and Marshall this afternoon. Same number there in Huron. 68 Miller, 68 in Watertown, 66 in Sisseton. And then up north and out west, we're looking at highs in the mid to upper 60s with some low 70s out there. But like I said, we do have some big changes coming up here for the middle to end of the week. So we're going to be taking a look at your 10-day forecast here coming up a little later on in the show, guys.
Well, with fall comes football and tailgating season. So whether you're cheering for the Chiefs, the Broncos, or maybe you're out at the Vikings game today, we wanted to share the best tailgating tips to help cheer on your favorite team.
We are joined now by Davania Richardson with Slim Chickens to learn more. And so kind of tell us, where this is all coming from.
Well, this is all a tailgate pack. It's 2 tailgate packs, actually. It's 12 tenders, 10 wings. I got some different sauces for you guys to try for your wings. Spicy and not spicy. I don't know what you guys like. I have mac and cheese, coleslaw, and then our jar desserts, which is pecan cheesecake and pumpkin cheesecake. And some toast,
Well, it sounds absolutely amazing and a good way. You don't have to cook for your tailgate, just go and pick it up. But we have a little bit of a special competition that we're going to do here today. We're actually going to have Erin come in to help us because Baylee and I are going to have our mouths full when we do a
you're not going to want to hear
competition. Can you tell us a little bit about the wings, how we can get started, and let's get into it.
All right, so I think I want to say the wings are right here.
All right.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
I'm not sure what sauces you guys would like.
I'm gonna do the mild one because
how hot is this one?
I've got a heartburn issue.
Sweet red chili it's not very spicy.
I'll do that one.
Okay,
sure.
Sounds good.
I like buffalo, but just for the wing eating pork competition
I'll do like the mild. Is there a very mild option? Where's that one?
Barbecue.
Honey barbecue, regular barbecue.
Let's do that one.
All right, sounds good.
Are you jealous?
How much experience do you two have at wing eating competitions?
I did the blazing challenge.
You did the blazing challenge? Oh, she's got a leg up then.
No, I have 0.
All right.
I eat wings. I eat really fast. I grew up with an older brother, so you eat faster, you don't eat at all.
Same.
That's true.
Same.
You said honey barbecue?
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
All right, sounds good.
Can you tell us a little bit about what kind of foods you kind of offer, especially come tailgate season?
Well, we have different
options.
Different options of like tailgate packs you can get. This is the only one with wings. It's more for like football season, obviously. It's just family meals.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, let's get into it.
All right, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. So I'm not sure how you want to do this.
Just drizzle it over.
Yeah, just dump it on.
We should have had napkins on standby for this.
Listen.
Just dump it. The messier, the better.
Erin, be careful there. No, that's good. That'll be good.
Okay.
Erin's jealous.
Actually, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Let's not clip this
white
one
dress
for a
shirt today.
recap. Yeah, I think this is what needs to go in the recap.
Mandy Friday flashback.
On this side, and then I'll go right here. You wanna switch with Erin so you can kind of see the wings you're taking down?
I'm just gonna use my hand.
Yeah, I'm eating with my hand.
Oh my gosh, this napkin.
Napkins,
I was like,
this might be we might need more than this, but.
I got you.
All right.
Erin, get the napkins on standby.
All right, you guys ready? I'll give you a countdown.
Oh my gosh.
I think we're ready.
3, 2, 1, eat! Okay, now you gotta go faster than that. You're leaving meat on the bone there. You have to make sure that you get it all off of there. Clean your plates or you don't get any dessert. Well, you left a little sauce there, Baylee. I'm gonna need you to clean that up a little bit, please.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, could you
you're good at
speak
eating
a little
wings.
clearly?
Jeez, I was going off. I get boneless, okay?
Yeah, that's the only thing we don't serve is boneless wings.
But this is so much more entertaining and so much more like traditional, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you need to eat a little faster now. You need to chew.
I'm trying to swallow.
Chew.
I don't want to choke either on air.
No, Elle's just like, I got this.
She's feeding too right now. This is not fair.
Although I will say that you've only like half of those.
You gotta eat it to the bone.
Yeah, you're leaving a lot of meat on those bones there. You need. No talking with your mouth full. That's poor manners. Are you doing okay over there?
Good job on the napkin.
Thank you. Yeah. All I've been doing right here is just napkins.
More sauce is better.
Oh, do you need some water to wash that down?
No,
how
no.
inconsiderate. I didn't even think to get you any. I thought I just didn't.
This is harder than it looks.
Elle has so much wings in her mouth that she can't really even vocalize. But oh yeah, get the little piece in there. You got a little right here. You got a little right there.
I don't know what you're talking about. How's she doing it so clean? She's got another show.
That's because she's going very slow. You guys are almost out of time, so I'm going to need you to chew. Is that your wing eating noise? You good? Okay. You know what? I think Elle's doing a little better here.
Oh God.
Okay, time. Drop your wings. Oh, you look messy. Here, have a napkin. You spilled on that one too. You can have that one. Okay, so I'm looking at it, and you ate like 1, 2, like 3-ish.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's still so much meat on there.
I think I'm only
1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least 6.5 here. So.
I'm saying she's feeding too.
I think she did a little better. I think she beat you there.
With that point, I just want to say my stomach is squished by a giant
You
baby.
did. Oh my gosh. You should show them. You should show them. You actually did really.
She kind of destroyed those wings.
I've been up since 3 a.m. I haven't eaten a real food. This is my first
This
food
is
of the day.
That explains.
Well, okay,
Yeah,
so
right.
show yours.
All right, yeah, she showed
I got like 4.
Yeah, so yeah, I think Elle won this wing eating contest.
All right.
Yes, so many napkins here.
Champion. All right. Well, we still have a lot to get to, but you're looking for a good way to tailgate. Slim Chickens is the way to go. These ones are delicious.
Plus, like all the slaw, the mac and cheese, everything
Wish I could have
here.
enjoyed it a little more, but
yeah.
Next time.
I'm busy trying to.
Next time.
I enjoyed myself. All right. Well, stick with us. We'll have more after the break.
The First Alert Weather Team, only on Dakota News Now.
Dakota News Now at 9. If you are in search of a snowy winter, there's a new forecast to help you make plans. Federal forecasters released an outlook on Thursday that points to a classic El Nino winter with the potential for a couple of wild cards in there. Karen Kaifa is in Washington with a look at where to seek snow or see some sunshine.
Winter will be wetter and warmer in parts of the U.S. thanks to El Nino, a natural ocean and weather pattern in the tropical Pacific.
What typically can happen in those cases is that the U.S. And Alaska is impacted by much more air of Pacific Ocean origin, which is generally warmer.
That forecast, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA. But John Gottschalk of NOAA's Climate Prediction Center says you should still unpack the winter coats.
There will be certainly periods of below normal temperatures. There'll be those Arctic outbreaks. What we're saying basically is more that there may be less of them and of shorter duration potentially this year.
And the snow boots. El Nino brings the potential for more precipitation, especially in the northeast where it could deliver 2 or 3 major snowstorms. And above average precipitation as rain, snow, or icy mix that's forecast from the plains to the southwest could be welcomed after a summer of extreme drought.
Overall, it could be very much a needed benefit relief for the drought conditions that are occurring in those areas.
Looking back on hallmarks of recent El Nino winters, the 2018-19 season saw the wettest winter on record for the U.S. mainland, according to NOAA, and a very strong El Nino during the 2015-16 winter contributed to the warmest winter on record for the U.S. mainland.
Oh,
You guys had to take a minute to kind of wet nap up, right?
Right, yeah, we had to
Clean
clean
off
up
a little bit, fix the barbecue sauce.
No, they was just talking about El Nino, and locally here, they didn't really talk about the Northern Plains at all. It looks like we are going to see a warmer winter than average, and it doesn't really look like we're going to see a wetter one or a drier one, kind of like right in the middle, but we're kind of optimistic with the warmer temperatures. That could mean maybe more rain, but if it gets a little cool, then we're talking about still some snow, but I don't think as snowy as it was last year.
When I was talking a little bit with Lexi yesterday, Lexi Morley, she had said that that does leave potential for a little bit more ice as well.
It could,
With the
depending.
rain.
It could, depending on the temperature. If it gets a little cooler, then yeah, we could be talking about a little more ice. Or if those temperatures are hovering a little closer to freezing, then you could be talking about some heavier, thicker snowfall. So it's just a matter of where that temperature is going to end up sitting.
We had some brutal blizzards last year. I remember.
Yeah, and thankfully, it doesn't look like we're going to see as many like big snowstorms like that, especially here over the next week or so. We're actually going to see some gorgeous weather out there today. Let's go ahead and talk about that. We'll be talking a lot about El Nino here in the coming months, I'll say. Let's look at high temperatures for today. We're going to get up to about 71 in Chamberlain, 73 for Mission and Winter, 68 later on today out in Pierre. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous out there in central parts of South Dakota. But let's go ahead and take a look at some planner forecasts for today. We're going to see a lot of sunshine here around Sioux Falls. We'll get up to about 60 by noon. I think we top out around 71 later on today before we start to see a few more clouds roll in, and eventually the wind is going to be switching back around to the north. Now, Aberdeen, we're going to get up to about 57 by noon, 65 by 3 o'clock, and we'll actually top out around 68 here this afternoon. More clouds up in Aberdeen, and we're also going to see more clouds out in central South Dakota today as well. High temperature in Pierre of right around 69 degrees. Now, current temperatures, we're at 50 in Hartford and Harrisburg, 48 Brandon, Laverne, Worthington. When these numbers update here in about 10 minutes or so, I think we're going to see a big jump in the current temperatures. We're sitting at about 47 in Huron, 42 Aberdeen, 40 out in Pierre with still some upper 30s out there. It's 37 in Phillip and 38 in Valentine. The wind is light and it's going to be staying pretty light here through the rest of today, but it will be switching around to the north. Now in Futurecast, you're going to notice that we're going to see clouds today, no precip, but tomorrow morning, maybe a little bit of sprinkle activity up in northern South Dakota with a better chance for rain here around Sioux Falls as we head into tomorrow afternoon. And then I think we'll see a chance for maybe a few more showers in northwestern Iowa tomorrow evening as well. Let's go ahead and skip ahead to those 10-day forecasts. All three of them here coming up. We're going to hit 71 for a high today in Sioux Falls with a lot of sunshine, but more clouds tomorrow, a few sprinkles possible, high of 66. We'll hit 60 on Wednesday. 50s Thursday, 40s on Friday, and 30s are going to be here by Sunday. The snowflakes you see on there, just some flurries. That's all I'm going to say right now, just a few flurries. Now Aberdeen will get up to 68 today, 56 tomorrow. Mid-50s again Wednesday, slight chance of rain. 49, better chance of rain on Thursday, maybe a couple of flakes Friday morning and Saturday morning. No accumulation. Highs are going to be in the 30s on Friday and stay in the 30s through Halloween. And in Pierre, 65 today, 55 tomorrow and Wednesday with a slight chance of rain. 40s Thursday through Saturday, upper 30s on Sunday, and we may get back into the upper 40s by Halloween. So a little on the cool side here as we kick off next week. That is a look at your forecast. Stick around. We still have a lot of trending coming up right after the break.
Get the latest news now, every weekday morning on Dakota News Now.
Welcome back. A sure sign that holidays are right around the corner is the preparation for the Christmas Spectacular.
The Rockettes officially kicked off rehearsals for the Christmas Spectacular last week. The iconic dancers high-stepped and learned new moves at St. Paul the Apostle Church Thursday morning. This is where rehearsals will take place until dress rehearsals begin at Radio City Music Hall. Performances begin November 17th.
Wow, that's exciting.
I used to dance competitively and we'd do some high kicks like that. I no longer can high kick like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably don't want to try that.
No,
even.
I will not be attempting that. I have made a fool of myself enough on TV today.
Yeah, I think we're good for today. Well, Aldi and Walmart are giving shoppers something to be thankful for on Thanksgiving. The two grocery chains announced this week that they are reducing prices on some of the staples for the holiday feast. Walmart says it will be offering 2 Thanksgiving meals at lower prices than last year. Aldi will be lowering the price on over 70 items by up to 50%. It won't just be seasonal items, but kitchen staples will also be included in the price reduction. Both programs begin November 1st.
I think it's awesome that they're doing that because grocery prices have been a little bit hard to deal with lately.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I go in and I spend so much, and I'm like, I'm feeding one person.
My current ongoing dilemma is it used to be more to go out to eat. Now it's the same.
Yeah. Well, stick with us. We're going to be back after the break. Welcome back. Some pharmacists have spoken out over concerns that they're losing money while filling prescriptions.
Pepper Purpura has more.
Leslie Heron is frustrated. Not only are we not even getting reimbursed for the raw cost of the drug, let alone putting it in a vial, putting a label on it, having highly educated and trained staff to do that.
She's a fourth-generation pharmacist, but these days she's just trying to stay in business.
They're driving small businesses like ours and every independent pharmacy out of business.
That's because when she fills prescriptions, she loses money.
As much as I want to care for everybody that I possibly can, I can't do it at a loss.
That's because of something called pharmacy benefit managers, or PBMs. They're supposed to help pharmacists like Heron take insurance, but they also decide how much insurance money they get refunded. As an example, Heron broke down the cost of an Ozempic prescription. No matter what, she loses money on this drug. But depending on the timeline and which PBM she uses, it could be more than $700 out of her pocket.
It doesn't matter what we bill for a drug. We can bill $1,000, and if they want to pay us $5,000, we have to accept it because we have a contract.
And the issue is having an impact. A study from Drake University found at least 87 independent pharmacies in Iowa, like Heron's, have shut their doors since 2008.
We have more than half of our counties in Iowa that have only 1 or 2 pharmacies available.
Andruski says he agrees. The issue is PBMs.
One of the 15 most profitable companies in the United States, whereas these pharmacies are just hanging on, trying to get by.
Papa Papura, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
Well, stick with us.
Erin has another check of your first alert forecast when we come back.
Let's go ahead and take another look at that 10-day forecast. We have some big changes coming up here through the middle of the week. 71 today, but then 60s tomorrow and Wednesday, 50s and 40s after that, 30s eventually as well. Some chances for rain as well. Could see some heavy amounts of rain southeast of Sioux Falls. Keep you guys updated on that.
Erin, thank you. On tomorrow's show, we have students with the Sioux Falls School District coming in to talk about their new production on Clue.
And the event company will be coming in to talk about Halloween party planning. Join us again tomorrow at 9 a.m. on KSFY.